Alrighty guys, here we are. As you can see, I got the head off, guys. Now remember, we had a problem in bank 2 or cylinder 2 and bank 2, which is right here. If you grab the head gasket, guys, always look around for the head gasket. I have yet to see a multi-layered steel head gasket blown. I'm not saying it don't happen, I'm just saying me personally, I have yet. But yeah, if you saw like a split between here, then yeah, you can suspect head gasket blown. Alright, but I see nothing wrong with the head gasket, so we're gonna move over to the cylinder head, take a look at that. Alright, I put the cylinder head over here. Let's go speak on this. Here it is. Where's cylinder? This is cylinder 2. Yes. Oh man, y'all see that? That crack right there, guys. That is why you're losing pressure, guys. That is with your misfire right there. Now, if it was my car, I would simply lap in new valves, guys. Y'all know how to hand lap in valves, right? Make sure the seat is good first, and then hand lap in new valves. But this is not. So what I have to do is this. All right, I have to put in a new cylinder head, guys. There's my head gasket right there. All right, so there's no way around it. We can't repair, or we shouldn't. They tell us not to, so it's rules. But brother's motor, yes, it would be getting a valve job. That's for sure. All right, that little crack right there causing my loss of compression in cylinder 2, which making the car misfire. And quite frankly, it didn't need all of this, but this is minor stuff. They put new rock arms on it. Look, these are new cam phasers, guys. Brand new cam phasers. So they was really chasing the problem when all they had to do was do a compression test. That would tell you the condition of the internals. I know, guys, I need to put an intake right there. I mean a rag right there. Like I said, just watch that earlier video. Even it's not a tutorial. Guys, I do not do tutorial videos per se, because I'm not set up to do that. So alright guys, so like I say, I got the just put the head gasket on. Guys, I'm gonna make a part 2 and show y'all. It might be from some older footage, but I'm gonna show y'all a video starting at this point on how to assemble bank 2 cylinder head, right along with the timing, how to assemble all the. Notice I have marks right here, so I want you guys to stay tuned for that video, part 2. I'm just gonna play it right after this video. All right.
Cool. Now, this video is under the assumption you had the whole valve train off. Here go my 2 camshaft, here go my valve train parts, and my rocker caps. Alright, so let's get ready to install everything. Alright, let's put some oil inside of those lifter galley. Okay, you don't want to put any kind of valve train parts on dry. Try not to get it into the spark plug hole. That's not good. Now grab your lifters and we're going to set those in place. Alright. Again, guys, this is under the assumption that you have the whole valve train disassembled. Just say you're replacing all the broken rocker arms or all the lifters or either all the camshafts. So this job can go either way. Anything relating to valve train, this video will apply to that job. Because as you can see, the timing chain just laying to the side. And guys, I wouldn't panic. Don't worry about. You can put a rope or a jumper, you know, a bungee cord to hold the chain up, because if you don't feel comfortable just leaving it there, it's not going to come off time on the crankshaft. Okay, I've done enough to not have to worry, but if I was you, I would use a bungee cord just to hold it up. It'll give yourself a peace of mind. Alright, so I'm gonna, and make sure these rocker arms are good, guys. Don't just install rocker arms just to be installing them, because these are the ones that actually fail. Alright, I know personally that these are good. Alright, now before you put this camshaft on dry, guys, I highly suggest you grab some of this, some engine assembly lube. Alright, this is what I use when I install camshaft. Alright, especially on a brand new head, on any head. Okay, that's engine assembly lube. Now we can install these camshafts. And also, by the way, guys, I tend to leave the cam phaser on the exhaust camshaft. Alright, depending on what you're doing now, like I'm not replacing the cam phasers on the exhaust side. Alright, so now y'all see how I put that timing chain back on the phaser and got it marked and everything, and got the mark in its proper place. Alright, now we can put the caps on. Okay, this is after we put more assembly lube. Alright, now it's time for the caps. Okay, so let's get these caps on here. Make sure, guys, you put the caps back in its proper position. You don't want to put the wrong, and by the way, they are numbered, so you can't really get it wrong. You can look at it and tell. It might say something like E1, E2, E3. E stands for exhaust, so you know they go on the exhaust side. Now I'm just going to semi-drive this down. Okay, there is a torque spec to these caps, guys. I will put all of that in the description. Make sure you torque these down properly. Alright, now let's get to the intake camshaft. Alright, there you go. Just grab a wrench, guys, and drive that camshaft around where it's supposed to be, where the mark will line up perfectly. Now it's time for the intake camshaft. Alright, more assembly lube, guys. Always use assembly lube when you assemble any kind of engine parts. Alright, let's put some on the top end of it too. Alright, so from there, guys, we're going to install the caps, camshaft caps. Remember, put them in their right position, guys. You don't want to mismatch these. And also remember, I hate to keep repeating myself, but there is a torque specs to everything valve train related, especially these camshafts. But for now, I'm just going to drive them on with my speed drill, okay? Now, guys, it's time for that phaser, guys. Let's grab this phaser and we're going to put it on in relationship to the timing marks that we marked earlier. It's fairly easy from here, guys. Let's grab the chain, put it in the right spot. This cam phaser goes on the camshaft fairly easy, guys, but you may need a wrench in order to bring the camshaft itself up into the right spot. Okay, but for now, let's get the timing marks lined up. Oh, I'm off one tooth. Simply lift it up again and place it. Oh, I'm still off. Okay, let's go right here. That looks good. Now, if you have problems sliding that phaser on, just grab your wrench and rock the camshaft back and forth until, take a look inside of that phaser. There's a little dot that you should line up. It should fall right into that hole. Alright, where's my wrench? Where's my wrench? Okay, let me grab my wrench and use this index hex right here. Turn that, and ladies and gentlemen, once it's lined up, y'all see this? I make sure my timing marks are on, and look at that. See how well easy that went on. Alright, I have both of my cam phasers on. Now that was easy because I have the grenade inside of the tensioner, and there is extreme slack in the timing chain. Okay, so let me put this oil control valve on hand tight. Hand tight. Remember, guys, there is a torque specs to these oil control valve. Alright, I will list it in the description. Okay, now from there, guys, we need to use our other two, our 102022, put it back in place, because that's where you're going to torque that's when you're going to torque the oil control valve to specs. Let's take a look at these marks, make sure they're in specs, guys. We're getting ready to pull the grenade pin here in a second. But one thing I want to speak on is let's take the slack. Let's try to get all the slack out of the timing chain before you pull the grenade pin. Because keep in mind, once you pull the grenade pin, it's going to retract into the guide, and the guide will remove any remaining slack out of the chain. Alright? There's still some slack right there. Now take your wrench and simply turn counterclockwise, I want to say. Get all the slack out of it. Make all the slack to where the tensioner is at. Alright? Now, guys, it's time to repull. See that? Once we pull that grenade pin, that shaft is going to come out of that tensioner and apply tension to the guide, which applies tension to the chain. Alright, we're about ready, guys. Now, grab your grenade pin and pull. That's it. Alright, that tensioner is now been extracted. Okay, it is pressing up against the guide, which is pressing up against the chain. Alright, guys. From there, guys, do not forget, torque everything to spec. Alright, make sure these camshafts are torqued to spec. Make sure that oil control valve is torqued to spec. Now it's time for the valve cover, and you pretty much wrap it up, guys. If you got any questions, guys, this phaser was noisy. But if you have any questions, guys, make sure you are subscribed before you ask the question. Okay, I don't want to go hunt you down and find out if you're subscribed. I love answering questions to my subscribers. So before you ask questions, please already be subscribed. Alright, guys, I'm about to wrap this up. Remember, we're going to do bank 1 on a separate video, guys. Alright? Guys, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all on the next video.